Ilia Topuria will look back and go, why didn't I let him up?
What about that 1 minute between the rounds? If Ilia had to come out with that 1 minute when they were looking at him and he said he couldn't see, Justin might have stopped him right then. Ilia had a full minute to completely recover that he should have gotten. Inexperienced doctor.
They overruled doctor who may not have been as experienced in this.
Mark said it was an inexperienced doctor. You gotta let them fight.
Gotta let them fight.
If they want to fight, you got. Probably could have happened, but I think maybe more significantly was the eye damage. Both of his eyes were swollen shut. His nose was fucked up. He'd taken so many punches to the face, and it looked like perhaps orbital damage, like maybe he had a fractured orbital because his whole thing had just swollen up on both sides. He was unrecognizable. And, you know, the guy hung in there as long as he could.
After the first round, his eye was bothering him. You could see that he got hit. And at one point, he, like, started covering his eye like this and was kind of, you know, messing with it. And then, you know, Justin just kept.
Joe Rogan has shared his thoughts on what happened after Ilia Topuria's hard-fought clash with Justin Gaethje. But the main focus isn't the official result of the fight. Instead, attention has turned to the serious injuries Topuria is reportedly dealing with and the uncertainty surrounding how long he could be sidelined from the octagon. Rogan's comments have only added to the growing concern about the extent of the damage, raising even more questions about Topuria's recovery timeline. In this video, we'll cover everything that's been reported and walk through the full story from the very beginning.
We'll start at the top. Justin Gaethje versus Ilia Topuria. I don't know shit about fighting. I said every single prediction. Later in the week, I'm like, damn.
20%. You gave him 20%.
Yeah, no. There was a little bit, but in my mind, I'm like, dude, Ilia is so fucking confident and so sharp and so skilled, and Gaethje's too wild. Ilia's gonna knock him out. I was like set. My mind was so set on that. He just fucking broke Ilia's face. He broke his mental, and that was like, that's Ilia's at the hospital 100%, probably for the next little while. That was one of the most crazy, inspiring performances I've ever seen.
Did it show on the broadcast Ilia like fainting when they were leaving or not?
Yeah, he was like resting on his brother's arms on the way out, like nearly collapsing into him quite badly. Dude, he's got a broken orbital, broken cheekbone.
Is that confirmed?
I'm confirming it. I don't even know.
You're a doctor.
Based on the fights I've seen and the results that we've had back.
And your medical degree.
Yes, I'm actually Dr. Guru here.
Recovering from the punishment Ilia Topuria reportedly took during his fight with Justin Gaethje presents a much greater challenge than simply preparing for another bout. Because of that, the biggest question now isn't whether he'll compete again, but when he'll be ready to return. If the reported injuries are as serious as they appear, the discussion naturally moves away from championship opportunities and potential opponents, focusing instead on his recovery, rehabilitation, and the time his body will need to fully heal after one of the toughest and most physically demanding performances of his career.
Justin Gaethje against Paddy Pimblett. I think that he's gonna.
You think Paddy's gonna beat Justin Gaethje?
Easy.
Wow, really easy.
Yeah, easy.
Really easy.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a crazy thing to say because Justin Gaethje's a fucking animal.
Yeah, but he doesn't know how to grapple, and Paddy knows.
But he's a Division I wrestler. He knows how to grapple. You don't think he knows how to grapple? He just chooses not to. He chooses to stand and fight.
I don't think so. Did you ever saw him submitting someone?
I don't believe he's ever submitted someone, but I think that's because he likes to just crush people. He likes to bang it out and fight. He used to fight.
What everyone likes is to dominate people and to win as soon as possible. If you have the ability to submit someone as soon as you can, you would do it.
I think that's your mindset. I think Justin Gaethje's mindset is to be the most violent person alive. The thing is, man, don't think that Justin Gaethje can't win. Like, anybody can lose in an MMA fight. People get hit. Like in Ilia Topuria, one of his early fights, Herbert caught him with a head kick in the first round. Dustin is always just trying to... This is a dangerous guy. He's a dangerous guy for anybody. He's always moving forward, trying to smash you. He leg kicks you from inside the clinch. People forget it. Gaethje's a warhammer, dude. That guy loves battles. It's not like this tactical take a chance here, take a chance there. No, everything's take a chance. It's like from the very beginning of the fight. Way he fought, you're like, good Lord.
Yeah, he fights savage.
Joe Rogan's perspective stands out because he has long described Justin Gaethje as one of the most dangerous competitors in MMA, largely due to his unique fighting style. Rather than taking a cautious approach or looking to reduce risk, Gaethje thrives in relentless, high-pressure exchanges that turn every round into a battle. Over time, even the sport's most talented fighters often find themselves forced to compete at the pace he sets. Against Ilia Topuria, that pattern seemed to unfold once again. Topuria began the fight looking quick, powerful, and in control, but as the contest wore on, Gaethje gradually pulled him into the kind of grueling fight that has defined his career. His success has never come from avoiding punishment, but from enduring it better than almost anyone else, which is why many fans now believe the fight may have started shifting in his favor much earlier than it first appeared.
Greatest fight of all time. It literally was the greatest fight of all time. Because the guy that won it, Justin Gaethje, was in many books 6-1 favorite, 6-1 underdog rather, which is crazy odds for a guy that was a interim lightweight champion, fought the best of the best, one of the best to ever do it, BMF champion. I mean, just super durable, real dangerous guy. And that's how good Ilia Topuria is. That's how good Ilia Topuria is. Ilia Topuria, in many people's eyes, is the most skilled of the new generation, and the new generation is the most skilled of all time. And Ilia was like the top of the mountain. And most people thought that he was going to be too much, and he was too much for a while. And he almost took Justin out in the second round. And then Justin rallied. And then Ilia, it looked like he got really damaged in either the first or the second round, and he was having real trouble seeing out of one of his eyes. And then Justin started landing bombs in the third round. Ilia had slowed down quite a bit. It looked like he had really tried to finish Justin in the second. And sometimes when you try to finish a guy, you just hit the gas way too much, and you can't recover in between rounds. And Justin recovered, and Justin started battering Ilia in the third and fourth. And by the end of the fourth round, Ilia quit on his stool.
One of the biggest takeaways from Joe Rogan's analysis was the level of admiration he continued to show for Ilia Topuria despite the defeat. Rogan emphasized that he still considers Topuria one of the most talented fighters of the new generation, making the outcome all the more unexpected. At one stage in the second round, it appeared Topuria was close to stopping Justin Gaethje, but Rogan pointed to a key turning point when Gaethje managed to withstand that intense pressure. After surviving the dangerous moments, the momentum gradually began to swing in his favor. As the fight continued, the accumulated damage took its toll, forcing Topuria to deal with a level of adversity he had rarely experienced inside the octagon.
Couldn't see out of either eye. He had gotten kneed into the body real bad when he was on the ground. Justin had him down with his two hands and just smashed a knee into his rib cage, and you could see him go like that. And that was the end of the round. And then he had to retire on his stool. And you think
he broke a rib?
That probably could have happened, but I think maybe more significantly was the eye damage. Both of his eyes were swollen shut. His nose was fucked up. He'd taken so many punches to the face, and it looked like perhaps orbital damage, like maybe he had a fractured orbital, because his whole thing had just swollen up on both sides. He was unrecognizable. And, the guy hung in there as long as he could. But when you can't see, you can't see. And when you're that battered, sometimes it's smart to stop. And he's a very smart guy. And I think he realized, I can't defend myself right now. I can't see. This guy's smashed.
At this stage, the focus moves beyond the outcome of the fight and centers on the injuries Ilia Topuria reportedly sustained. Joe Rogan suggested that the greatest concern wasn't simply the punishment he took throughout the contest, but the condition of his face and eyes afterward. Reports describing significant swelling, a possible orbital injury, and vision-related issues quickly sparked concern throughout the MMA community. In a sport where clear vision is critical, any impairment can dramatically increase the danger inside the cage. As a result, many fighters and analysts shifted their attention away from the final result and began questioning whether the bout should have continued. As additional information surfaced following the event, that debate only became more intense.
Personally thought it was the most amazing sporting event that I have ever watched in my life. Absolutely pitch perfect. You put your heart and soul into this thing. Your organization put countless hours into putting this fight together on Sunday. You've had a few days now. A lot of money, too. You had a few days.
I would never say anything. Listen, if you're thinking about retiring and that's what you want to do, you know, it's probably what you should do. But on the flip side, you just beat an undefeated badass, you know, decisively finished him. And I don't know, it's just something that he needs to work out with, you know, himself and his own mind and with his family, obviously.
Yeah, if it is the way he goes out, it's, again...
Champions rarely want a fight to end early, and Ilia Topuria reportedly felt the same way, wanting to keep competing despite the damage he had taken. However, while a fighter's focus is often on finding a way to win, the people around them must also consider their long-term health. That became an even greater concern following reports of possible orbital and eye injuries. Unlike cuts or bruises that typically heal with time, injuries affecting the eyes or surrounding bones can have lasting consequences well beyond fight night. This is why so much attention has been placed on Topuria's recovery. Joe Rogan also noted that a broken nose is serious on its own, but injuries involving the orbital area and eyes can be even more concerning because severe eye trauma may lead to long-term physical and even psychological effects, with recovery varying from one fighter to another.